Hello, welcome to this revision, and we are looking at careers in agriculture. Having covered the types of jobs that are found in agriculture, we now want to look at some possible questions that can be asked or that can be in the examinations that you are going to write at various platforms. The first question, I hope you can see the questions clearly. The first question says, in which career are people employed indirectly by agriculture? So here, the key word that you need to take note of is indirectly. Okay, so they are asking you a job that is not directly. Indirectly means not directly. So indirectly, not related to, indirectly related to agriculture. So here we have the farm manager is one of the answers, then mechanic, then veterinary doctor, and lecturer. So they are asking you which job is not found or is not practiced at a farm or in agricultural activities. So we have a farm manager. A farm manager is found at a farm. So he is directly employed by agriculture. Then we have a mechanic. A mechanic is directly employed at a farm. You know, you have some farm mechanics, so they are directly working at a farm. Then we have veterinary doctor. Again, he directly deals with animals at a farm. So the three answers there are not correct. So the correct one is a lecturer, because the lecturer teaches in colleges and universities. So he is not at a farm. So he is indirectly employed by agriculture. He is working as a lecturer because there is agriculture. If there was no agriculture, then there wouldn't be a lecturer of agriculture. Now let's go to the next question. It says, what does a florist do? So this question tells us that you may be asked to state what a certain job is all about, what certain agriculture related jobs or agriculture careers are about. So you need to know that. So here we have some answers such as sells flowers, treats diseases in flowers, grows flowers, decorates using flowers. So everything is about flowers, but you should know exactly what a florist does. So a florist sells flowers. He cuts and sells flowers. Okay, so that's the answer there. Then we go to number 3, which says, which one is not a career in agriculture? So this question requires you to know the careers in agriculture and those ones that are not careers in agriculture. So we have an agronomist. An agronomist, yes, is a career in agriculture. We have a pharmacist. A pharmacist works in a pharmacy that sells some medicines for human beings. So that's not a career in agriculture. Soil scientist, yes. Veterinary assistant, yes. All those are careers in agriculture. So these are some of the kinds of questions that you may come across in whatever platforms or whatever stages of examination. It could be your end of term, mid-year, or the final exam. Now let's go to the next part that requires you to show which statement is true or false. The first one says, unskilled workers use knowledge mostly gained from experience. Right. Unskilled workers mostly use knowledge gained from experience. Right. Those are, yeah, some semi-skilled workers can also use experience knowledge gained from experience, right? In its truest sense, unskilled workers are those whose jobs do not need training. Okay? Yes, they may actually have experience in what they do because they've been doing it for um, quite a number of years. And but the definition for semi-skilled work, or for description for semi-skilled workers, is those ones that have that would have had a short training, and those ones that would have gained experience from the work that they've been doing. So that question is not correctly answered. So we could say it's false. Then a veterinary doctor treats diseases in crop plants. Right, a veterinary doctor does not deal with plants. He deals with animals. So that's false again. A farm manager teaches agriculture to farm workers. Right, a farm manager does not teach agriculture. He makes some decisions, he plans at a farm. Okay, he supervises, he oversees the running of the farm. So again, that's false there. Now let's look at section C that says state a career related to agriculture that you are interested in and describe what you will be doing in that job. So I want you to do that on your own and briefly explain different careers that you may be interested in. Then we also have the next question, which is 3, which says match the following careers and give description. And give descriptions, should have been given descriptions. So there is soil scientist there. Then we have descriptions such as studies the soil science, management, and crop production. Then we have carrying out extension work aiming to increase production, formulate and execute research projects on soil, treating animal diseases and injuries. So if you look at those descriptions, the one that matches soil scientist is this one, formulate, right, this one. Right, so we can say this one is related to that. Formulate and execute research projects on soil. Right, then agronomist. Agronomist there, the description that matches is study the soil science and management, right? Studies the soil science, management, and crop production. That's agronomist. Then veterinary doctors, it matches this one, treating animals, animal diseases and injuries. Then extension workers is carrying out extension work and aiming to increase production. So those are the answers for the different descriptions. Now let's look at the last part. And on this one, we want to look at these questions. It says give 3 examples of skilled workers in agriculture. Right, we have veterinary doctors, we also have some farm managers, agriculture teachers, we have agriculture lecturers, we have soil scientists, we have plant pathologists, we have meat inspectors, we also have some skilled workers such as some dairy scientist or food nutritionist, right? All those are some examples of skilled workers. Now let's look at the next question, which says which colleges in Zimbabwe train agriculture extension officers? We have colleges such as Mulezu, Chibero, Gwebi, Rio Tinto, Kushinga Pikelela, also have Esgodini. Right, those are the colleges that train agricultural extension officers. What is the difference between skilled worker and semi-skilled worker? A skilled worker is one who would have had a long training for about 3 to 5 years in a particular field for him to get the necessary skills. A semi-skilled worker is one who would have received a short training or would have gained skills from experience. So that's a semi-skilled worker. Then number 4, it says what causes skilled workers in Zimbabwe to be paid higher salaries than unskilled workers? Of course, it's because of the training that they would have actually undergone. So because they are trained, they have more skills, they are paid more salaries than the unskilled workers, because unskilled workers do not have any training. What does a florist do? We've answered that one. We said he cuts and sells flowers. So those are some of the questions that may be part of any examination that we are going to come across regarding this area, careers in agriculture. So we'll meet in the next lesson. Have a good time. Bye-bye.